How's it going, everyone? Austin Honecker here. I just want to come on here for a while and give him a review for Ring of Honor's pay-per-view event, Death Before Dishonor, from last night, which was July 23rd, 2022. I gotta say, it was awesome from start to finish. There was the pre-show, and there was the main show. For the pre-show, for the matches, for the pre-show, match 1, it was Colt Cabana versus Anthony Henry. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Colt Cabana went over with a diving moonsault. Match 2, it was the Trust Busters, which are Ari Daivari and Slim J, versus the Shinobi Shadow Squad, which are Cheeseburger and Eli Isom. That was a great match, but the ending to it, the Trust Busters went over cause Ari Daivari pinned Eli Isom with the Frog Splash. That was match 2, by the way. Match 3, it was the Embassy, which are Brian Cage, Toa Leona, and Khan versus Alex Zane, Blake Christian, and Tony Deppen. That was a great match, but the ending to it, the Embassy went over because Brian Cage pinned Tony Deppen with a running dropkick dominator combination from Brian Cage and Toa Leona. That was match 3, by the way. And match 4, which was the main event, it was Willow Nightingale versus Allison Kay. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Willow Nightingale went over with the gut-wrench powerbomb. That was match 4 in the main event, by the way. Now besides the matches, Ring of Honor aired a video package of the build-up of the match between FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, versus the Briscoes, which are Jay and Mark Briscoe, in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Ring of Honor tag team titles. That was cool. Lexi Nair interviewed Prince Nana. Well, Lexi Nair brought up that Prince Nana has arrived at Death Before Dishonor and has breaking news. And Lexi Nair asked what the breaking news was. What the breaking news is. And Prince Nana said, "Lexi, I am Prince Nana. And the breaking news I have is I purchased the Tully Blanchard Enterprises." Lexi Nair said, "Why did you purchase the Tully Blanchard Enterprises?" Prince Nana said, "Lexi, like I said, I am Prince Nana. I am from Ghana. I came from a wealthy and rich family. So I can make all the purchases I want. And I made a deal with Tully Blanchard to purchase the Tully Blanchard Enterprises. And I am renaming it the Embassy. And tonight, on the pre-show, I am going to lead Brian Cage, Toa Leona, and Khan to victory in their 6-man tag team match. And on the main show, I am going to lead Jonathan Gresham to victory against Claudio Castagnoli, and I'm going to make sure Jonathan Gresham retains the Ring of Honor World title. And everything. That was cool. Ring of Honor aired a video package of the build-up of the match between Wheeler Yuta versus Daniel Garcia in a Pure Rules match for the Ring of Honor Pure title. That was cool. Ring of Honor aired a video package of the build-up of the match between Jonathan Gresham versus Claudio Castagnoli for the Ring of Honor World title. That was cool. And the commentary team ran down the match card for the main show of Ring of Honor's pay-per-view event Death Before Dishonor, and the matches that the commentary team ran down was Jonathan Gresham versus Claudio Castagnoli for the Ring of Honor World title, FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, versus the Briscoes, which are Jay and Mark Briscoe, in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. Samoa Joe versus Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor Television title. Wheeler Yuta versus Daniel Garcia in a Pure Rules match for the Ring of Honor Pure title. The Righteous, which are Vincent, Dutch, and Bateman, versus Dalton Castle and the Boys, which are Brandon and Brent Tate, for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team titles. Mercedes Martinez versus Serena Deeb for the Ring of Honor women's title. And Roosh versus Dragon Lee in a brother versus brother match. That was cool. Now, besides all that, Ian Riccaboni and Caprice Coleman done commentary throughout the whole pre-show. They done awesome as usual. And the referees for the pre-show were Mike Posey and Stephon Smith. Okay. Stephon Smith refereed the match between Colt Cabana versus Anthony Henry. Mike Posey refereed the match between the Trustbusters versus the Shinobi Shadow Squad. Stephon Smith refereed the match between the Embassy versus Alex Zane, Blake Christian, and Tony Deppen. And Mike Posey referee... That was Stephon Smith, by the way. And Mike Posey refereed the match between Willow Nightingale versus Allison Kay. Both Mike Posey and Stephon Smith done awesome as usual. So the pre-show was awesome from start to finish. I really enjoyed it. Now, for the main show, for the matches of the main show, Now, the matches for the main show, for the matches of the main show, match 1, it was Claudio Castagnoli versus Jonathan Gresham for the Ring of Honor World title. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Claudio Castagnoli went over and won the Ring of Honor World title with the Ricola Bomb. Match 2, it was Dalton Castle and the Boys, which are Brandon and Brent Tate, versus the Righteous, which are Vincent, Dutch, and Bateman, for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team titles. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Dalton Castle and the Boys went over and won the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team titles. 'Cause Dalton Castle pinned Bateman with the Bangarang. That was match 2, by the way. Match 3, it was Wheeler Yuta versus Daniel Garcia in a Pure Rules match for the Ring of Honor Pure title. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Wheeler Yuta went over and retained the Ring of Honor Pure title with the seatbelt. Now there were judges in this match, in the Pure Rules match, and the judges for the match were Ring of Honor legends Ace Steel, John Walters, and Josh Woods. They all three done awesome as the judges in that match. And that was match 3, by the way. Match 4, it was Roosh versus Dragon Lee. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Roosh went over with the Bull's Horn. That was match 4, by the way. Match 5, Match 5, it was Mercedes Martinez versus Serena Deeb for the Ring of Honor Women's title. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Mercedes Martinez went over and retained the Ring of Honor Women's title with the Brass City Sleeper. That was match 5, by the way. Match 6, it was Samoa Joe versus Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor television title. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Samoa Joe went over and retained the Ring of Honor television title with the Coquina Clutch. Now, before the match, as Jay Lethal and Samoa Joe came out, and then Samoa Joe came out, a brawl ensued, and Samoa Joe and Jay Lethal were beating the shit out of each other, and Satnam Singh, well, first, Jay Lethal wanted Sanjay Dutt and Satnam Singh to stay in the back. Well, after Jay Lethal came out on his own, Samoa Joe came out, and as Samoa Joe came out, a brawl between Samoa Joe and Jay Lethal ensued, and they were beating the shit out of each other. Well, Satnam Singh came out to attack Samoa Joe and to try to help Jay Lethal and everything, and then the referee ejected Satnam Singh from ringside and then started the match and everything. That was cool. That was before the match, by the way. And that was match 7, that was match 6, by the way. And match 7, which was the main event, it was FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, versus the Briscoes, which are Jay and Mark Briscoe, in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Ring of Honor tag team titles. That was a great match. Now, during the match, the Briscoes, which are Jay and Mark Briscoe, won the first fall because Mark Briscoe pinned Dax Harwood with the Doomsday device from Jay and Mark Briscoe. FTR won the second fall because Cash Wheeler pinned Mark Briscoe with the big rig from Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, and FTR won the third fall because Dax Harwood pinned Jay Briscoe with a diving pile driver. So, like I said, it was a great match. But the ending to it, FTR went over and retained the Ring of Honor tag team titles because Dax Harwood pinned Jay Briscoe with a diving pile driver. Now, after the match, FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, came into the ring. Cash Wheeler had the microphone. Dax Harwood went out of the ring and tried to shake Jay Briscoe's hand, but Jay Briscoe didn't want no part of it. So Cash Wheeler got on the microphone and said, "Jay, Mark, why don't you two come in the ring with Dax and I and let these people thank you for you being phenomenal and putting on an awesome match against us." Well, the Briscoes, which are Jay and Mark Briscoe, got in the ring, and Dax Harwood got in the ring, and FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, raised the hands of the Briscoes, which are Jay and Mark Briscoe, but the Briscoes, which are Jay and Mark Briscoe, got pissed off and left the ring. And then Dax Harwood got on the microphone and was talking about how he fought like an 8-year-old girl tonight, and talked about how he didn't care if anyone called him a fucking mark because he loves professional wrestling and everything, and talked about how he loved professional wrestling and everything as well, and so Cash Wheeler got on the microphone and was thanking the fans and everything, and then Dax Harwood thanked the fans as well, and FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, continued to celebrate, and as FTR were celebrating their victory, the Blackpool Combat Club, which are William Regal, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta, came out on the stage. So FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, and the Blackpool Combat Club, which are William Regal, Claudio Castagnoli, and William Regal, so FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, were still in the ring. And the Blackpool Combat Club, which are William Regal, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta, were on the stage. And a stare down between FTR and the Blackpool Combat Club ensued and everything. That was cool. That was after the match, by the way. And that was match 7 and the main event, by the way. Now, besides the matches, Lexi Nair interviewed Daniel Garcia. Well, Lexi Nair brought up to Daniel Garcia about his comments about Ring of Honor and the Ring of Honor Pure title and everything, and then Daniel Garcia was saying, "Yeah, Lexi, I did talk some shit about Ring of Honor and the Ring of Honor Pure title. And I did so because of Wheeler Yuta talking shit about my car wreck that almost ended my life. Now I don't care. Now I don't care if I'm the Ring of Honor Pure title. I'm the Ring of Honor Pure champion. I don't give a shit about the Ring of Honor Pure title, and I don't give a shit about Ring of Honor. Because once I beat Wheeler Yuta and become the Ring of Honor Pure champion, I'm going to take the Ring of Honor Pure title back to the big leagues of AEW, and I'm going to break it to pieces. And tonight, Wheeler Yuta, I'm going to kick your ass, and I'm going to take the Ring of Honor Pure Championship away from you, the Ring of Honor Pure title away from you, and I'm going to prove to you that Ring of Honor is a shit company and everything. That was cool. And Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Satnam Singh cut a promo, and Sanjay Dutt was talking about how when you wear white, it's all about happiness, pureness, and joyfulness and everything, and talked about wearing it to funerals and everything, because tonight is going to be Samoa Joe's funeral, because Jay Lethal is going to take the Ring of Honor television title away from him and end his career once and for all and everything. And then Jay Lethal was saying, and Jay Lethal was saying, Samoa Joe, tonight, this is Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor. And tonight, you have two choices: death or dishonor. Because, quite frankly, you're both. You're a dishonor to me. And your death, the death of your career, will happen tonight. Because I will end your career and I will become the Ring of Honor television champion and everything. That was cool. That was cool. Now, besides all that, Ian Riccaboni and Caprice Coleman done commentary throughout the main show. They done awesome as usual. And William Regal done guest commentary along with Ian Riccaboni and Caprice Coleman during the matches of Claudio Castagnoli versus Jonathan Gresham for the Ring of Honor World Title, and Wheeler Yuta versus Daniel Garcia for the Ring of Honor in a Ring of Honor Pure Rules match for the Ring of Honor Pure Title. William Regal done awesome on guest commentary. The referees for the main show were Paul Turner. The referees for the main show were Mike Posey, Paul Turner, and Stephon Smith. Okay. Paul Turner refereed the match between Claudio Castagnoli versus Jonathan Gresham for the Ring of Honor World Title. Stephon Smith refereed the match between Dalton Castle and the Boys versus The Righteous for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team titles. Mike Posey refereed the match between Wheeler Yuta versus Daniel Garcia in a Pure Rules match for the Ring of Honor Pure Title. Paul Turner refereed the match between Roosh versus Dragon Lee. Mike Posey refereed the match between Mercedes Martinez versus Serena Deeb for the Ring of Honor Women's Title. Stephon Smith refereed the match between Samoa Joe versus Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor television title. And Paul Turner refereed the match between FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, versus the Briscoes, which are Jay and Mark Briscoe, in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Ring of Honor tag team titles. So Paul Turner, Mike Posey, Paul Turner, and Stephon Smith done awesome as usual. Now, the match card that's been announced for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite's special event, Fight for the Fallen, Wednesday night, it's going to be Jon Moxley versus Roosh for the interim AEW title. Thunder Rosa versus Miyu Yamashita for the AEW women's title. Ricky Starks versus Dan Housen for the FTW title. Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Garcia. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry. Now, let me start. Let me fix this. Now, the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite's special event, Fight for the Fallen, Wednesday night. It's going to be, yep. So, excuse me. Sorry. Now, the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite's special event, Fight for the Fallen, it's going to be Jon Moxley versus ROH for the interim AEW title, Thunder Rosa versus Miyu Yamashita for the AEW Women's title, Ricky Starks versus Danhausen for the FTW title, Bryan Danielson versus Daniel Garcia, and Tony Nese and Mark Sterling versus Swerve Strickland in a 2-on-1 handicap match, and the stipulation to that match, Keith Lee is barred from ringside. So the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite's special event, Fight for the Fallen, looks like it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it, and I'm looking forward to it. And the match card that's been announced for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage special event, Fight for the Fallen, so far, Friday night, it's going to be Matt Sydal versus Lee Moriarty in a teacher versus student match, and Ethan Page versus Leon Ruffin. So the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage special event, Fight for the Fallen, Friday night that's been announced so far. Looks like it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it, and I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a while and give my review for Ring of Honor's pay-per-view event, Death Before Dishonor. Like I said, the pre-show and the main show were awesome, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the whole pay-per-view, the pre-show and the main show both. So like I said, it was awesome from start to finish. And with that being said, my name is Austin Honecker, and I will catch your ass down the road. Peace out.